Chapter 22, Final Burn. The vault of light pulsed in calm, steady waves. Lucio lay against Raymond's chest, breathing shallow but conscious. Darrell stood over them, his ascendant overlock form shimmering with green brilliance. Al monitored the golden lattice surrounding the vault, ensuring the structure remained stable. The Overlord's last echo had been erased. Peace, for the first time, felt real. But peace in the system never lasted long. Not for them. Not for the Core Four. Al's visor flickered. Darrell sensed it too, an unease. Lucio softly whispered, "Something's wrong." Raymond's smile vanished instantly. No, no, Lucio. Don't do that to me. Not again." Lucio slowly lifted a shaking hand. "Not me." The vault trembled. A shockwave passed through the chamber, subtle, almost gentle. But Darrell felt the shift in his bones. He turned sharply toward the outer dome. Something was approaching. Al's breath caught. Impossible. All phantom signatures were purged. Raymond stood, placing Lucio down carefully. Flames flickered around him instinctively. Darrell whispered, "It's not a phantom." And he was right. It wasn't a phantom. It was something else. A massive silhouette rose on the far edge of the vault, beyond the initial golden barrier, in the fractured planes of the reassembling network. A new swarm. But not red. Not corrupted. Black. A wave of shadows, pure void, not made of data or geometry, swept across the distant horizon. Lucio's voice shook. What? I asked that. The shadows approached, spreading faster than corrupted code ever had. They moved like ink spilled across water, blotting out entire segments of restored architecture in seconds. Darrell clenched his fists. It's not corruption. Al's eyes widened. It's the vacuum. Raymond blinked. The what now? Al pointed toward the rapidly advancing mass. When the system rebooted, it purged everything the Overlord touched. Not just corrupted data. Entire sectors were wiped clean. Deleted. Lucio's eyes went wide. It created a void. Darrell stepped forward. A structural collapse. Raymond groaned. Okay, so patch it. Lucio shook his head violently. No, you don't understand. That's not something we can patch. That's not something anyone can patch. Al's voice dropped to a whisper. That void is the system's hunger. The place where the Overlord altered the architecture so deeply that deletion has no bottom. Raymond stared at the approaching mass. So it's a hole? Darrell nodded. A hole eating the world. The shadows surged. The vault of light dimmed, reacting instinctively to the anomaly's presence. Raymond cracked his knuckles. So what's the plan? Lucio struggled to speak. The only thing that can stop a structural void is overwhelming energy, enough to create a stabilizing anchor. Darrell frowned. How much energy? Lucio looked at him, then at Al, then at Raymond. A star's worth. Raymond stared. Oh. Darrell quietly said, "That's impossible." Al swallowed hard. "No, it isn't." Raymond turned, instantly angry. "Don't you dare." Al stepped forward. His golden armor glowed in resonance with the vault, responding to its energy patterns. "I stabilized the uplink by channeling pure architecture." Lucio sealed a recursive Overlord echo with pure logic. Darrell synced with the core and evolved the overclock. Raymond's flames dimmed. "And you," Al said softly, "are the only one who can generate pure kinetic thermal energy." Lucio tightened his grip on Raymond's arm. "No, he can't. He barely survived Ember Strike." Raymond shook his head quickly. "Guys. No, I'm not a battery. I can't power a star." Darrell stepped forward slowly. "Raymond, yes, you can." Raymond took a step back. "Stop. Seriously. I know that tone. That's the tone you use before we do something stupid and heroic." Darrell nodded. "That's exactly what I mean." Raymond growled and punched the floor so hard sparks flew. "No. I already died once. I already burned myself out. I'm done." The void roared in the distance, its nothingness tearing through reformed architecture like paper. The vault trembled harder. Lucio reached for Raymond. "Ray, listen to me." Raymond shook him off gently. "Lucio. I can't." Lucio stood, unsteady but determined. He grabbed Raymond's shoulders. Raymond, you're the only one who can create thermal anchors strong enough to push back the void. The Ember Strike has the raw force of a collapsing star if you amplify it. I'll die, Raymond whispered. Lucio didn't deny it. Raymond looked at Darrell. Darrell didn't lie either. It might kill you. Or worse. Raymond swallowed hard. Al placed a hand on Raymond's back. But if you don't, the void will consume the entire system, including us. Raymond closed his eyes. The fire inside him trembled. I can't do this alone. Darrell stepped closer. You're not alone. Al nodded. We stabilize the architecture. Lucio added. We guide the energy. Raymond opened his eyes. Fire ignited inside them. I hate you guys. Lucio smirked. We know. Raymond cracked his neck. So, what do I have to do? Darrell raised his fist. We give you everything we've got. The final preparation. The vault expanded, golden walls stabilizing as Al fed it power. Lucio connected directly to the lattice, rerouting every available logic channel to Raymond's location. Darrell placed both hands on Raymond's back. Green energy pulsed outward, merging with Raymond's crimson aura. Lucio spoke rapidly, coding adjustments even as the void drew closer. Raymond, your Ember core must be raised to 800% output. Raymond's eyes widened. That's not output. That's detonation. Yes, Lucio said softly. But controlled detonation. Al stepped forward and placed his palms on Raymond's chestplate. A golden beam spiraled around Raymond's body, forming a focusing structure. Darrell's green overlock flowed into the lattice. Lucio's blue logic guided the patterns. The vault's gold empowered and stabilized the flow. Raymond ignited. Red flames engulfed his body, swirling upward into a towering inferno that shook the entire chamber. White-hot heat radiated outward, forcing Darrell and Al to brace themselves. Lucio staggered back, shielding his face. Raymond, listen to me. Focus your energy into the lattice. Don't lose yourself. Raymond roared. No promises. The fire grew brighter. Hotter. Brutal. Darrell shouted, Ray, you need to channel it forward. Not inward. Trying. Raymond yelled. Flames exploded around him. Al reinforced the golden structure, voice strained. We're losing containment. Darrell locked his arms tighter, pushing more ascendant overlock energy into Raymond's back. Lucio screamed, Raymond, now. The final burn. Raymond lifted his arms. The flames surged into a single point. A swirling inferno condensed into his palms. And he unleashed it. Final burn. The blast tore through the vault. The golden dome split open to channel the beam outward. The white chamber trembled. Reality bent. The beam struck the void. And the void screamed. It writhed backward, shadows evaporating under the sheer thermal force. The blast drilled into the darkness, carving a stabilizing anchor through emptiness itself. Lucio shouted, keep the flow stable. Darrell yelled, more energy. Al roared, hold the structure. Raymond screamed in pain as the flames ate through his armor, scorching him from the inside. The void began to collapse inward, into the beam. And then Raymond fell silent. His knees buckled. The flames flickered. Lucio's visor cracked fully. No, no, Raymond, stay with IT. Raymond whispered, I can't. Darrell grabbed him harder. Yes, you can. Lucio pushed his neural link into overdrive. Raymond, stay awake. Al poured more golden energy into the lattice. And Raymond screamed, fine, take it all, take everything. His body erupted in a final, blinding burst of white-hot flame. The void shattered. And the system went still. A gentle breeze, never felt in the network before, passed through the vault of light. Then Raymond collapsed. Completely. Silent. Motionless. The aftermath. Darrell caught him. Lucio fell beside them, tears streaming. Al lowered the vault's brightness, breathing heavily. Darrell shook Raymond. Ray, come on, man. Wake up. Lucio scanned frantically. Vitals are, almost, nothing. Al checked again. Then exhaled. He's alive. Darrell nearly collapsed in relief. Lucio sobbed. Raymond barely whispered, eyes closed. Told you. Not done yet. Darrell held him tighter. You did it. You saved the system. Raymond smirked faintly. Of course I did. I'm awesome. Lucio laughed and cried at the same time. Al smiled. The vault dimmed. The horizon brightened. The void was gone. The system was whole. And the core four were still standing. Barely. Together. Always.